Okay, everybody, I know it's close to Thanksgiving and I want to share with you how to do this amazing turkey cake. A lot better than probably purchasing it because it will probably be very expensive. It is a more advanced tutorial, so hopefully you guys can catch up. And if you guys have any questions, please message me or let me know, and I'm going to help you as much as I can. Okay, so you guys are going to need 3 10-inch layers of cake of your preference, and then 2 6-inch layers of cake as well of your preference. The 2 6-inch layers are on the side of the cake, and the 3 10-inch layers are in the middle. So basically you guys are gonna pretty much stack them all together, bring them to the side, and with buttercream you guys are gonna have that all together. Once they're nice and cold, then you'll be able to have this kind of shape, but then you gotta carve it. That, be careful, don't do it. I actually made a mistake. You'll see how I fix it later on, but that right there, just skip that step in the middle of making that little crack, because then that would have been a really fat white turkey. So just skip that step, okay? But everything else on the sides you guys can do. So kind of just carving the body of the turkey, kind of giving it a nice round shape, but remember to skip that middle part, like that middle crack that I did. Skip it and you'll see how I fixed it later on. Then you guys are gonna keep on carving the sides, making it into like a roundish nice body of the turkey. You guys will notice that I kind of run out of breath doing this voiceover, but I think the baby is not letting me breathe properly. Just keep I'm almost 2, so baby's coming. It's coming. So just give it that nice round shape. There you can kind of really see all the layers of the cake. So on the one side there's a 6-inch, in the middle there's the 3 10-inches, and then all the way to the end there's another 6-inch. So you guys want to accomplish that nice and round. That's basically the whole middle part of the turkey, like the body. Here I think around this time is when I noticed, like, oops, I think I actually I cut the wrong part of the turkey. It's supposed to go like vertically instead of horizontally. So I grabbed some extra of the cake that I did before that I cut off, and I put it in the middle. I put a little bit of buttercream and pretty much just kind of glue it back to that middle part. This is the way that vertically you guys want to cut that middle part. Basically that's the breast of the turkey. So there is where you guys cut vertically into the middle part of it, creating that breast. You'll see the shape of how this kind of comes out afterwards. I did forget to mention in the beginning of the video, and you'll see it right now. You guys are gonna need this part of the cake. So the first 2 big chunks that we cut out in the beginning, those you guys are gonna need for putting the legs, the wings, and then like the head, like the little tail together. So make sure that you guys save those 2 big chunks, the ones that we cut in the beginning, because that is actually gonna help in the next step. All right, and then here they are. So pretty much this is the big chunks that we cut out in the beginning, and then that's gonna create the legs, the wings, and the tail. So if you guys do the whole carving process and everything as quick as you can, the buttercream is going to remain nice and firm, and it's going to keep everything together. It's going to be a lot easier. I did use a different tray because the first one got kind of like really dirty. So I always like to keep everything as clean as possible so that it just looks nicer. Okay, so one of the chunks that were left, you're going to try to grab it, and that's going to be the little tail towards the bottom of the turkey, kind of like where you stuff everything in. So a lot of times people can stuff things in there too, even with your cake. You can do a filling, you can do more fruit, whatever you would like. I gave it a little more shape for the breast, so a little more roundish, so it looked like a nice breasty turkey. After that, I started putting the buttercream all over and just kind of like smoothing it out on the whole turkey. That's gonna take some time, but once you guys put that together, I think that actually takes about, I don't know, like 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I can't remember. It's kind of a long process, but I mean, it's definitely, I didn't want to fast forward it just in case you guys wanted to see and kind of like see how you guys can do it at home. I like to use this tool when it comes to this type of smoothing into this 3D cakes because it's a lot easier. Here I did fast forward it a little bit, and hopefully you guys don't have questions, but once you smooth it out, basically that becomes your first layer, and then put it in the fridge. So here, the other remaining pieces, we're gonna shape them into little legs like the drums of the turkey. So this is the way that I did it. Hopefully it's not too fast forward for you to see, but you just make like a nice round leg. They call it drums for the legs of the chickens or turkeys. Turkeys are just bigger than chickens. But yeah, so just kind of like use those two to create the drums. Again, keep those in the fridge so that the buttercream stays nice, firm, and they don't break apart. It's gonna be easier for you to smooth it out, carve it and smooth it out with the buttercream. And then you're gonna do the other two, because we need two towards the tail, and then two more towards the back. After you're done shaping those 4 drums, then you will be able to smooth it out with buttercream. So do the first crumb coat with the buttercream. I recommend for you to use the glove. For me, I don't like having my hand all feely with the buttercream, so I like to wear gloves to do that. Use parchment paper so that while they cool, it's easy for you to separate from parchment paper. After this, just put them in the fridge and let them cool, and make your fondant. So color your fondant to a brown turkey color, whichever one you prefer, and roll it out to like a nice maybe 1/4 inch, and lay it on top of your turkey. So make it nice and big so it's easier for you guys to cover it entirely, and just with your hands, make sure that you guys stick it right on top of it. With a precision knife, then you cut out the remaining of it, but this remaining you're gonna use for the cake drums. So rolling out the remaining, putting the little cake drum on the fondant, you're gonna create a circle that basically is gonna cover your entire cake drum. If you do this type of technique, so just kind of breaking it together while you put it together, is gonna create a nice and even coverage. So don't cut it, but with your fingers just kind of like put pressure together so that they actually are fully covered but also remain nice and smooth. So with your fingers, press it and stick it together, creating that full drum coverage. Grab the remaining of the fondant and roll it out again. This time you're going to do about 1/2 inch because you're going to cut out your wings. So just kind of like this is the kind of wing that I thought it would be, and pretty much just do that. You're also going to need white fondant to create the little bones part of the wings. I'll show you. So pretty much this is what we're creating. Okay, so here's the wing, and then this right here is the bones. So that's what we're doing right now. So going back, so you create the two bones and just kind of shape them into like a little oval, and then with a knife, if you just kind of press the kind of like a heart and then give it like a nice shape of a bone, you're gonna need two, one for each drum towards the bottom of the tail of the turkey. Put them aside and then bring out the body of the turkey. I say the body because here my phone actually stopped recording because it actually died, so you aren't able to see when I put the drums and the wings, but pretty much you need two on the bottom and then two on the top with the wing, just how it looks here. Towards the bottom, you're gonna create two holes so that they perfectly fit like the bone, but you just gotta make the hole. You don't have to put the bone just yet, so just create it so that it fits nicely in there, and do that for both drums. Now we're gonna have to give it some skin texture. There is this mat that they sell at Dollar Tree that is like a non-slip mat. It looks like this, and with that you're gonna tap it on the fondant so it gives that nice skin texture to the turkey and it looks more realistic. Just tap it all over the legs, the drums, the body, the breast, just pretty much all over. And now it's time to put some makeup on this turkey. So what I use is gel food coloring, the brown, the yellow, and vodka. I put that together in a little container and just kind of matched the skin color of a turkey. Just try your best, whichever color turkey you want, and then brush it on top of all over the turkey. So giving it a nice glossy look, but also more of being a baked delicious turkey. And just brush it on. I'd recommend using vodka to have that thin consistency, and it also dries faster on fondant, so it's not going to get all sticky and nasty. It's going to dry quick. If you don't like vodka, just have some wine too, because this is a long process and if there's nobody around, then you can just share with your turkey. Enjoy the process and just do a full makeup on this delicious turkey. Once you're done brushing your entire turkey and putting this amazing foundation on it, then you can go ahead and grab the two bones, put them on the turkey, because we actually also have to color those so that they also look like they were baked and the turkey looks more delicious. So add them on the bottom again, and then just color the bones as well. Now, do you see this part of the turkey that is kind of like nice rotisserie baked skin? So to accomplish that, you're gonna need cocoa powder, and you're also gonna need to add more of a darker brown color first. So first, with the same color that you had left over, maybe add a little bit of brown or even black if you want, and just kind of make those shades of where you want those spots to be. With the cocoa powder that I just grabbed, I use Hershey's cocoa powder. With another dry brush, you're gonna grab some powder and just add that on top of where you added the darker color. This is gonna give it a nice rotisserie. I don't even know if that's how you call it, but it's gonna give it that realistic baked flaky skin to your turkey. I did use a few pictures, like I went on Google and just like search for a few so that I can see where those spots are on turkeys or even just like rotisserie chickens, and then that's actually going to help you. With white fondant, you're also going to need to make this little robe. Basically, that little robe is supposed to be the one that they always put with the two legs and the bones kind of like holding it, so that's also going to give it a more realistic look to your turkey. And just kind of put it on there. It looks really nice and neat. Once you get to this point, we are almost done. So I just did some finishing touches with the brush, and I grabbed some cream cheese frosting. That's gonna go in the middle of the two legs towards the tail, like where people do the oh my god. Okay, so then this actually happened, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? But I removed it. Okay, so then the cream cheese frosting, you're gonna put it in between the two legs towards the tail. That's kind of like where all your stuffing goes. You can choose whatever you want. You can do different type of stuffing, more fruit, whatever you want to make it. So I did that in the middle between the legs, and then I added some strawberries, spinach, some tomatoes to make it a little more realistic, but at the same time strawberries go with cake, so I didn't want to be too exotic and do other things. I added kiwis. I also noticed that it was missing something, so I added a few blueberries, and that gave it a nice finishing touch. I really hope that you guys can make this, and if you guys do, please share some pictures with us at Piece of Love, and hopefully you guys can surprise your family as much as I did. My family members thought it was a real turkey until they cut into it, so I hope that you guys can do the same, and I wish you guys happy holidays.